David Grasso here, live from the SALT conference with none
David.
other than Beau Dietl.
Well,
How you doing?
I've been coming to this conference. I started with Anthony in 2009. We've been coming here, and this is 10 years now.
Really? And how do you think the conference has changed over the years?
Well, I don't know. It's just, I think it's got a great name. It's got great support. You have a lot of great advertisers and important people in the financial world and other worlds. I mean, I listened yesterday to the guy that owns the Dallas team there. Mark Cuban and Case. What an interesting interview. You know, you sit and listen. Certain subjects are very important, like blockchain. I'm very interested in that. I didn't know what a blockchain was, a chain in a block, but now I know.
So you've worn many hats, Beau, over the years.
Yes.
You know, some that have you'd rather talk about than others, of course.
No, I'll talk about anything.
You've been in politics. You were in Wolf of Wall Street. You played yourself.
Goodfellas, Wolf of Wall Street, Vinyl. I'm in the new upcoming movie this fall, big major role in The Irishman with Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, Al Pacino, Beau Dietl. Good stuff.
And also you were a detective for 34 years, correct?
No, I was a homicide detective from 70 to about 85. I've been in the private investigating security business for 34 years.
There we go.
And if you can't be in this business for 34 years, same name, same company, and last for 34 years unless you're doing something, 1, successful, 2, ethical, and 3, honest, and that's what we're all about.
Okay, so you have children. You told me you have a grandchild as well. What's your advice for the young people? You've kind of traversed many fields.
Yeah, I got some real good advice because I'm guilty of it. Here it is. Well, you got to understand, all these people out there that are listening, don't think about just today. Tomorrow's going to come around, because I did the mistake and I made the mistake. I was a young man and I was making a lot of money, and I was spending it as fast, not thinking about tomorrow, and eventually that money can run out. You have to prepare yourself, and you have to be you have to have drive. Don't be lazy. And you know what the problem also with the young people, and I'm guilty, is I give my kids everything. They don't understand the value of hard work equals success. Because I'm successful doesn't mean, because I have a brand new Mercedes, that doesn't mean you're entitled to it. You got to go out there and work 2 jobs, and don't ever say you can't do. Strive for the stars and say can do, and don't be a person that's lazy. I keep going back to lazy, because the worst thing is I'd rather someone try and make a mistake than rather someone who doesn't try.
So what's your advice for entrepreneurs? Because you're obviously had your own business. You went from getting a stable paycheck from NYPD to starting your own business. What did you learn from that?
Well, I've had a few businesses. I had a few cybersecurity companies. The big one I just did was I put together a company. It's called Advanced Cybersecurity. I bought the patents. It cost me $9 million. I bought the patent for keystroke encryption because I saw on the internet a lot of people were being attacked. People don't understand. You have what they do phishing, and they look for emails, they attach themselves to an email, and then unbeknownst to you, the email's sent somewhere, and you open it up. Once you open it up, now you're inviting the person in. They put what they call a keylogger or some malware in your computer, and they don't do anything right away. They watch when you send out your information, your account number, your security code. Now they take that and they put it all out on the dark web, and they sell your information. And people are being hacked. I just had a case 2 weeks ago. A CEO in New Jersey, major pharmaceutical company, his paycheck was being diverted to another account, another financial institution, one of the funds. Guy sends $150,000 to his brokerage firm, and it never got there. Went to another account. This is going on every single day. So I bought this company with keystroke encryption. I'm very happy to announce Frank Bizzignano was here. First Data was here the other day. They just took on our product. It's a software. You download it on your mobile device, your laptop. You'll never stop hacking. I was a spokesman for RSA, part of EMC for 10 years. Hackers go over the firewall, under the firewall, through the firewall. But what we've developed now, the keystroke encryption, is if they come and they breach you, every time you keystroke any of those account numbers, it blocks it out. So here's an example I can use for all my people listening. That's the same thing if a burglar breaks into your house and he tries to take your stuff. It's all bolted down. You got it in your house, but he can't remove anything. That's what keystroke encryption is. And right now, we're in talks with Verizon, Aon Insurance. This is a great technology. It's not the silver bullet, but it's something that can minimize the effects of a hacker.
That's
pretty
amazing,
cool,
Beau.
huh?
Man, you're like a cat. You've had 9 lives.
Yeah.
You keep on doing. You keep on surprising us.
Yeah, and then I got another one. I got the other one there. I said, you know, with this whole advent of the Me Too movement, I said, there's got to be something we could do to help the employee and employer. So I hired the attorney, was the senior investigator for the EEOC. I said, when you get these thousands of cases, what area could we enhance to make things better for the employee and better for the employer? More transparency to show employees that my employer cares about me being harassed or whatever. So what we devised was a platform, a platform that is an independent, secure website that we work with the CEO, general counsel, and HR. And we let people in the corporation know if you're harassing somebody and you're afraid to report it to HR, we have an independent platform that's secure. You can report it there anonymously or non-anonymously. Then an independent group will come in and investigate it, and will show transparency for the corporation. I don't want to hide anything. And now the employer says, you know what? I didn't want to report it to HR because I'm up for promotion, and I think HR knows the person and is friendly. So now you got our investigating group that set the platform. We investigated with Title VII investigators. This is good stuff, good stuff.
Sounds all great, Beau.
Yeah,
so in one, I love your taglines. I've been on the air with you before. You always have a good tagline. What's your advice to entrepreneurs, young people, the future change makers of tomorrow, you in 30 years?
Well, right now,
the people who are coming for your job.
Right now, we're on the verge of all this new technology. Technology is the way to go. I'm actively involved with AI in our investigations. AI is the way to go there. Here, I use this as an example. 60 Minutes, been around 50 years, right? Now with the advent of AI, I could put Beau Dietl in there once you download all the stuff. How many times Beau Dietl's name was mentioned on 60 Minutes in the last 50 years? Boop, 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 it kicks it out. It would take people weeks, if not months. The other side of it is experience. Always remember, before you run, you got to walk and get the experience, know what you're talking about. And for the future, you have this blockchain that I'm excited about. What a devising. You know, we had this other stuff that fell down. Was that Bitcoin? That went into the garbage can. But now you got blockchain, is exciting. That's an area for you young people. Look into blockchain. That is the future. You don't have to have currency anymore. You have immediate money. You have a company. You don't have to send out your receivable. You got your receivable right away. Most important thing is for young people out there, learn before you talk. A lot of people talk and not know what they're talking about. Learn it and get experience in wherever you're going. And then you can talk. And you're never too young to be successful. Strive for the stars.
There is no one more emblematic of the Big Apple than Beau Dietl. Thank you so much.
Thank you.